there's lots of talks on who could be the next head coach of the Raiders. So who do you think the Raiders should hire to be their next head coach?
I've thought about this question, and sometimes my mind changes all the time. But I don't like Rick Basaccia, however you say his name. I can't even say his name right because I don't expect him to be the coach anymore. I understand what he did. I understand the leadership he had, but he still made some mistakes. He took a good team. Yes, he took a very good team, and he won 7 games. Good. You're supposed to win those games, right? There's not really a game in there that he wasn't supposed to win. You could actually say that the New York game was bad for him. The teams that he's supposed to hang competitive against, Kansas City, he got blown out twice against Kansas City. Do you want to bring a head coach back that got blown out, that didn't even hang with our division rival, the guy that won the division? So you got to look at those 5 losses and break those down a little bit. But he did do a good job. He brought the team together when they needed to. I don't want him as a head coach. I know there's rumors about Jim Harbaugh. I wouldn't mind that. If Jim Harbaugh came and he brought Vic Fangio with him, I would like it. We're also looking for a general manager. So I want the general manager to be able to pick. And I know I am one of the guys that I like is Ed Dobbs from Indianapolis Colts. And I wouldn't mind him bringing in Efferblees, if that's how you say his name, the defensive coordinator from the Indianapolis Colts. I don't want Byron Leftwich. I don't want Kellen Moore. I don't want Dan Quinn. Basically what I've been saying is I want the Raiders to do their due diligence and interview as many people as they can. Find somebody. Find that diamond in the rough. Because last time when they hired John Gruden, that's the only interview they did was John Gruden. That's it. They've already brought in Gerard Mayo, which could be good, which could be not. I would like them to interview D'Amico Ryans would be a good one to bring in. Just interview all these people and find somebody, because that's how you're going to find somebody. You're going to find somebody that is going to stand out, and you're going to be like, oh, crap. Because you can't tell me that Rich is the only guy that's motivated, that can motivate a team like that. Good for him. But there's a reason he hasn't been a head coach for 30-plus years. There's a reason for that at any level. But to me, I've always backed whoever the head coach is. Whoever they hire, I'll back them. And I'll find a reason to back them until they prove it wrong. So, but I would like the Harbaugh way. I would like my and you probably like this one. My dream scenario for the Raiders is to somehow bring Mike Tomlin to Vegas. And you would love it because you get him out of your division. And that would be my dream scenario right there, is to bring Mike Tomlin to Vegas.
Tomlin to Vegas, I would cross my fingers on that. Like, that would be freaking awesome because, despite, the Steelers not been, great the past couple of years, they have still been very impressive year in, year out. Tomlin's never had a losing season with the Steelers. And, Pasacci, he's done a great job with the Raiders. But at the same time, you look at the head coach and you look at the quarterback. If you look at that head coach and quarterback, and if you don't think that head coach or quarterback can win you a Super Bowl, you trade that quarterback and you fire that coach. And to me, I don't think Pasacci can win them a Super Bowl. He's done a great job. But, you said they need to do their due diligence and look at all these guys. And you mentioned everybody and so many different coaches except for one. And to me, when I started looking at coaches, to me, I think it's obvious. And I think this can put the Raiders in contention for the AFC West once they, get a little bit better roster. So you look at the Chiefs and, Andy Reid and Mahomes, they're going to be together for the next 10 to 15 years in Kansas City. You look at the Chargers. They have Justin Herbert, one of the best young quarterbacks in the league. He's going to be there for the next 10 to 15 years. In LA, the Broncos have an extremely underrated roster. I think they have one of the most underrated rosters in the league, and they just need to find that quarterback. If they can find that quarterback, that can be really good. And then you look at the Raiders. Despite some say having the worst roster in the AFC West, they still managed to get 10 wins. They need a coach who can put up these 30, 40-point games against the Chiefs and against the Chargers. We saw what happened when the Raiders played the Chiefs earlier this season. The Chiefs scored over 40 points, and the Raiders couldn't even score 20. They need to hire the Bills' offensive coordinator, Brian Daboll. I think this makes the most sense And I think he can get the most out of Derek Carr. And if Derek Carr is not the future quarterback of the Raiders, I think he can get the most out of their next future quarterback. You look at Brian Daboll. He has been a huge reason for Josh Allen's development. Like his first season with Josh Allen, they were 29th in total offense. His rookie season, the next year, they were top 5. Daboll won 5 Super Bowls with the Patriots, and he's won a championship with Alabama. So he knows the winning way. He's been around some great coaches in the league. I think Daboll would make a lot of sense for the Raiders, and especially if you want to contend with these guys for the Chargers and the Chiefs for the next 10 to 15 seasons.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, I wouldn't argue it if they brought him in. I'd find a reason to like him, and he has a great resume. It's just that I don't know, like him and Eric Bieniemy for some reason. To me, do they benefit from the quarterbacks that they have? Do they benefit from being in a good position with their head coach and stuff? That's my only thing. And it's the same reason I don't like Brian Leftwich is because Brian Leftwich is what? He's an Adam Gase as of right now. Do I think he could be a head coach later on? Yeah. But right now he's benefiting from who? Tom Brady. So those are the 3 that I don't want because could they be great head coaches? Yes. But are they benefiting from great quarterback play right now? Hell yes. And why didn't they get head coaching jobs last year? And I want to know that. Like, it never comes out, but there's reasons why. Like, Dable should have got the Los Angeles Charger job. What made Staley stand out more than him? If you're looking at both resumes, and this guy clearly is way better, but Staley got the job, it makes me wonder why these guys aren't getting jobs. Something has to be, because the NFL, no matter what you say, the NFL, they're not dumb. They give the head coaches that deserve jobs the jobs, but maybe they don't give them the long enough in the tenure, or they go to the wrong team. But these guys that are top tier guys get the jobs. But why haven't Dable and Bieniemy got their jobs? Like, that's something's off about that to me.